To answer the question about recommendations for informal traders, we would recommend that maybe these the cigarettes basically could be sold in a container and have the popular ones like your stable scents at the top, and then the other ones in the container, so that there are no new initiations and need for smoking. And then the other question I just want to touch on is about the enforcement tools and the penalties. We do want to say that the bill is sufficient enough, as it does provide sufficient information, and also the enforcement tools for the implementations are in the bill. And then I'll hand over to our last team member to answer some questions.
Thank you, honourable members. Given the time limit, there are a few scientific questions. One related to, first of all, I think we need to also clarify that we had made the recommendation to the extent that the option to have single stakes not prohibited would require health warning, because we also don't want disparities in terms of health warning. In terms of complexity of behavior, is for the same reason that the risk communication needs to be very carefully guarded and designed, because health literacy does affect the eventual understanding, and social judgment theory says depending on where you are, you may be able to understand information differently. So indeed, it's true that not every law that makes people change, but you create an environment that makes it easier in terms of social cognitive theory. Now I'm going to move what we do with 12 million people who continue to smoke. Indeed, this bill does address that to make sure, and that speaks to what the chair also talked to. There's a misunderstanding that this bill is only about prevention. The cues that make addiction and trigger people to smoke, even ex-smokers, we say addiction is a chronic relapsing disease. So even if you've stopped smoking and you see a cue like a glamorous display of cigarette, it may trigger your receptors to crave nicotine. And this is why this bill is necessary to maintain those who have quit and for those who wish to quit. What does NCAS believe? We do not believe the use of vape as a population-based strategy. It may have some benefit as a high-risk strategy, just like your opioid substitution therapy.